In the untouched landscape of Karelia in Russia is the island of Kizhi on Lake Onega. In 1951, an open-air museum of old Russian wooden architecture was built here. Since then, many visitors have travelled here by boat between May and September. The other months are freezing with the winter cold. The main attraction here looks like something out of a fairy tale. Two huge wooden churches, one for summer, one for winter, and in between, a wooden bell tower. The Transfiguration of Our Lord Church is the larger one, built for the summertime. The Maria Protección Church is the smaller, with heating and equipped for winter. Not a single nail was used for its entire construction, and its many domes are covered with aspen wood. "80 carpenters are thought to have worked on the construction of this large cathedral between 1707 and 1714. The most audacious wooden construction of old Russia was given 22 onion-shaped domes that surround the large dome and point towards the top like a pyramid. There were no plans, only skill, expert knowledge, and a very good understanding of timber. So a unique monument was built. Until the middle of the 19th century, each building in Russia was made of wood, a warm, versatile, and strong material. Legend has it that a carpenter, Nestor, after the construction of the Transfiguration of Our Lord Church was completed, threw his axe into the Onega lake. He shouted to his team, "One like this has never existed before. There is nothing like it, and there never will be." And Master Nestor was right. His work was the most audacious timber construction of old Russia, and in 1990 it was designated as a World Heritage Site. These wooden churches are threatened due to the wear and tear they suffer from the elements. The smaller summer church is also open to the public. The interior is overwhelming because it's so wide. The annexes blend in with the main area and create an atmospheric whole. The wood emits a special warmth. The gem of this space is the Iconastasis, preserved in all its colourful splendour and with the typical motifs of the Russian Orthodox Church. Coloured battens separate the picture wall, and a wooden door leads to a sanctuary. Various wooden buildings have been built on the island. Museum villages originated to serve as a reminder of bygone times. There are around 60 buildings here that include farmhouses, mills, granaries and chapels. Since the 16th century, the island was the centre of the Kizhi Pogost that contained 120 villages. But hardly anything remains of that period. The farmhouses here come from other islands and also the mainland. Log cabins are relatively easy to dismantle and rebuild. The original owners were rich compared to the average Soviet farmer, and they were forced out of this region or arrested in the 1930s. So these architectural monuments were conserved from decay due to their relocation. Once, fishermen, farmers, blacksmiths and carpenters lived on Kizhi Island. Traders stopped here on their journey to the White Sea. The Nordic War under Peter the Great left its traces here because the island was pillaged and plundered several times by the Swedes. The grandiose wooden churches look almost like monuments that commemorate Russian victory. The small Lazarus church from the Muram monastery on the eastern coast of Lake Onega was erected around 1390 by the monk Lazarus. It is said to be Russia's oldest wooden sacred building. Windmills were also brought to the museum island, and they make a fascinating display. Powered by the wind, the mill house turns with the wheel. Karelia's wooden splendour is exhibited in all kinds of shapes and sizes, masterpieces of rural culture. The bygone days of Russia are now well preserved in a living museum. The National Chapel of Archangel Michael was brought here in 1961 from the village of Lelikozero. It looks like a rectangular log cabin. Above the entrance is a small belfry with a pyramid-shaped hut, and at the rear, a double-tiered roof. Wood and clay were the most important building materials of the Russian builders. Timber architecture became the basis of a unique medieval style. Many of these outstanding masterpieces are to be seen on this museum island. They make up the world-famous ensemble of Kizhi, the largest wooden churches in Russia.